In the simulation to the top left, you can see the total energy doesn't change, so energy is conserved. So even though this skater is turning kinetic energy to the maximum when it's at the lowest, and its potential energy is the highest when it's at the highest, the total energy always adds up to the 100%. So in real life, if you get a pendulum, that's just not going to happen because there's friction, at least from the wind on the pendulum, but there'd be also friction and heat from that skateboard. So that's why simulations are always a little bit dodgy. Okay, and if you look carefully at the pendulum, you'll also see, hopefully, that it's at its slowest. It's at its fastest when it's at its lowest point, and then when it's at its highest point, it's at its slowest. So the higher it is, the more potential energy it has. Mass times g, gravity times height, and kinetic energy is half mv squared. If you're going to do further experiments on that. And here you can see the ball's terrible. It's not rebounding right up to the height. It's just losing all its energy. Lots of losses, wind-resistant sound, non-elastic collisions, especially the half-point bits. You can cheat by putting some, you can see I bend it backwards and then all of a sudden it skyrockets. You can cheat by putting some stored elastic energy in. And lastly, Newton's Cradle. Again, the same thing. It does run out of energy. There's friction due to wind resistance. There's sound being released. It's meant to go on forever. And so the energy going in is equal to the energy going out, so on the left and right hand sides. So momentum's meant to be the same too, which is mass times velocity with a direction, because it's a vector. And the kinetic energy, half mv squared, is meant to be the same on either side if you took calculations using those formulas if you're going to do further experiments. So that's meant to be conservation of kinetic energy and conservation of momentum if